Hello again. I thought I'd make a video to show what some common mistakes look like, just so you have an idea when you get to a place and you realize it looks different than it's supposed to look, but you're not sure exactly what you did. I can give you some examples of the way those things will look and how to fix them. Fixing them usually means unraveling and starting back before the mistake, unfortunately, but you learn a lot from doing that, so it's not such a big deal. So in this one, I have started this round with this corner and finished this side, and I'm at the second corner. So after this cluster of 3 double crochets, I chain 1 and I start my double crochets into the corner. Okay, so now you have started crocheting into this corner, but this is an opening that can be confusing. If you've just started and you're looking at your piece, you can accidentally start a double crochet into this space. And end up with 3, you do 3 double crochets. And now it looks like this. So what you've done is you just mistook this new space that you made for the corner space you were working in. So it ends up looking like you're starting a new round, but you can see that you already started your new round down here. So if you see something like this or it just doesn't look right, you can look back to where it stopped looking right. I can see that here it looks the way it's supposed to look, but this is kind of a mess. So I just take my hook out, unravel slowly, 1 stitch at a time, back to where it looks okay. Put my hook back in the loop and do my chain 1. And now I'm going to double crochet into the corner and make sure that all my double crochets go into this corner space. Okay, so that looks much better. And that's the beginning of our corner. And I chain 2 and then do my next 3 double crochets into that same corner space. Much better. Okay, when you're crocheting quickly, you can easily make a mistake like this. Here we have all of our corners in a row, or kind of at a diagonal, and each one has a cluster of 3 double crochets and that chain 2 space that your next row is built into, and your cluster of 3 double crochets. You've got 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, all the way up until this last row. I crocheted into this corner 3 double crochets, no chain 2 space, no space at all, and 3 more double crochets. So in this situation, you have 2 choices. You can unravel all the way back this whole round that I've almost completed, and then also the previous round back to before that mistake. Or you can go ahead and do your corner into this, in between these stitches where there should have been a chain 2 space. It will change the look of your piece a little bit, but if you're making a blanket, it's not going to be really noticeable when you finish, especially if the rest of your corners all have that chain 2 space. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do that, and then you can decide whether you want to do that or unravel and redo that corner. So I've already done my chain 1 at the end of this cluster. So I'll double crochet. I count 1, 2, 3 double crochet stitches and put my hook right in there. yarn over, double crochet. Now you can see this doesn't fit in here very well. It's not going to fit very well because there's no chain 2 space, but we can make it fit if that's the way you want to do it. Chain 2 for your corner, and then 3 double crochets into that same space. So the bottom of these double crochets is kind of encroaching on the tops of the double crochets in the one below it, but you see how it's kind of pushed them apart and made a little space. It's not even with the others, but it's not extremely noticeable. And then you can go on and finish your round. This can happen on the sides as well. You may come across a place where you did a cluster of 3 double crochets and then started your next cluster of double crochets without doing a chain. That's an even easier one to fix. There will still be a space because of the gap below between the 2 clusters. You'll still have a little bit of a space here, and you can just go ahead and crochet your 3 double crochets into that space.